Nobody would buy these stickers. Now they are a $2 billion habit. A company was so sure these little football stickers were worthless that it just wanted them gone. So two brothers in a Modena newspaper office bought the whole unwanted pile, split it into little packets, and sold 3 million of them. How does junk too worthless to sell become something the whole planet chases every 4 years? Benito and Giuseppe Panini ran that office, moving newspapers and magazines the simple way. Buy cheap, sell quick, never look back. Then they heard about a strange batch of unsold stuff in another city, Milan. A company there was so sure these little stickers were worthless that it just wanted them gone. The stickers were tiny pictures of soccer players that you glue into a paper book. The Panini brothers bought the whole unwanted pile. Here is the part that changed everything. The book had blank spaces, an empty slot waiting to be filled. Benito tore open the boxes by hand and counted the stickers into small packets, 2 in each, 10 lire a packet, just pennies. Cheap stuff sold fast, the only move he knew. They had the stickers and a hunch, but a pile of someone else's stickers is not a business yet. The real question was what they would do with it. So they sold. 2 stickers, 10 lire, packet after packet. They moved about 3 million packets off a batch that would not sell at any price. The thing nobody wanted became the thing everybody bought. So why did a throwaway sticker suddenly fly off the shelf? Because it was never really the sticker doing the pulling. It was the empty slot beside it. But here was the catch, and it would cost them. They did not make these stickers. They had only bought one batch someone else printed, so anyone could copy the idea. And once their single pile was gone, the money stopped. A thing you do not own is a thing anyone can take. So in 1961, Giuseppe started his own company and named it after the family, Panini. He spent real money building a factory, betting children would not get bored. The bet landed, around 15 million packets that first year, 5 times the batch that started it all. By 1963, his brothers had joined the family business. 15 million packets sounded unstoppable, but every one of them was glued, stuck down by hand, and sold only in Italy. It was a hit in one country, and there are only so many children in one country. In that same Modena workshop, Giuseppe looked at the stickers his own company had proven would sell once, and then stop. They were glued, fragile and Italian only. One slip stuck a player onto the wrong page forever. The product had a wall around it, and the wall was the size of Italy. So Giuseppe spent on a gamble no one had tried. A multilingual album sold beyond Italy. In 1970, he printed Panini's first World Cup album for the tournament in Mexico with the words in many languages, and sold it outside Italy for the very first time. Foreign players, foreign words, and a real chance of falling flat. It worked. A craze for collecting and trading spread across borders. But the very thing that made children buy again was about to ruin the albums in their hands. Why would anyone buy the same cheap thing over and over? Because you were never buying a sticker. You were buying the itch to fill the empty space, and a space you cannot fill makes you buy again. Got it, need it. The gap quietly pulling coins from your pocket. And that same itch sent small fingers clawing at pages that were never built to survive it. The craze was real and worldwide, and it looked like they had won. But the thing that made it addictive was also quietly killing it. Inside the workshop, a worker watched the returns pile up. Children had peeled the glued stickers off the page with their fingers, hunting for the ones they were missing. The pages came back wrinkled and ruined, and a ruined book kills the very urge to finish it. If you cannot complete the set, the whole need to collect dies, and the empire is just paper. So in the early 1970s, they made one quiet decision. They did not invent a stronger glue. They got rid of glue completely. Why would they kill the very thing that held the album together. They switched to the sticker that just peeled off and pressed down. No paste, no mess. A child could lift one sticker, press it cleanly into its slot, and chase the next gap. Yet that easy fix cost them the very thing that started it all. Their old habit of buying cheap and selling fast, the trader reflex that built the company, was over. To make a finished album feel worth keeping, they had to stop dumping cheap stock and start building something people wanted to complete. Still, the gap pulled harder than ever, and the cheap and fast trading company they had built was gone for good. The peel and press sticker did not just clean up the mess. It quietly turned a one-time thrill into a habit a child could repeat all afternoon. But with the glue gone and finishing made easy, the need to collect turned relentless. And the biggest move of all was still to come, because the World Cup made sure it came back on a clock forever. Here is the strange part, and almost nobody sees it. The truth is, Panini never built the thing that made them rich. They never invented the deadline. The World Cup did that for them. Every 4 years it hands them a fresh set the whole planet wants to finish, and a clock that resets on its own. Take the World Cup away, and the urge to complete is just a clever craze in one country. Hand it a global deadline that returns forever, and that same craze becomes an empire. And the little albums took over the world. The first World Cup book in 1970 was The Leap. By 1978, the craze swept Britain, and through the 1980s, Panini owned roughly 70% of the entire world sticker market. The worthless Milan pile had become a global habit on a 4-year clock. Today, Panini sells in around 150 countries and pulls in close to $2 billion a year. And across the decades, it has printed over 150 billion stickers. Here is the bittersweet twist. The official World Cup license, the moat that protected it all, is being handed to a rival company from 2031. But that only proves the point. The deadline was always borrowed, never owned, and Panini wrote it further than anyone ever has. The Paninis saw the one thing everyone else threw away. So here is your question. What are you throwing away right now that someone else would build an empire on? Every empire hides a quiet move almost nobody noticed. That's the story you'll find here, one every single week. So go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one.